Some people think my job as a gun lobbyist is just wearing suits at the Capitol and shuffling paper. Well, not so much. Welcome to Dudley's Range Rogues, and out here again at the range with AK Jesus. Can I call you that still? I mean, I always do.
Call me Brandon. My friends call me Brandon.
Your friend, yeah, but I'm not your friend, so.
Oh.
And the Kenosha Kid. So I'm obviously your friend. You're shooting my machine gun, so.
That sounds like friend kind of stuff to me.
It is. So what we're going to do today is play a little bit with the MG42, but no, specifically, we're going to play with the Lafette tripod. And we've got a two-part series on the MG42 where you explain the history, but this tripod is actually the most interesting part of the accoutrements for the gun. I believe it's the best. You need to get one. So this isn't that different than the tripod they used in World War II. Just a few changes. And so I wanted to get into the details. We'll set the gun up and then we'll shoot it. Then we'll do barrel change, a hot barrel swap. And we'll see how fast you guys are, and then Travis and I will see if we can beat your time. It's called a soft mount tripod. And a soft mount tripod means essentially that the recoil of the weapon is caught by the tripod and it still stays on target. It looks a little bit like those Star Wars rolling balls that roll up and then all of a sudden their guns go, yeah. When you get it firing correctly on this tripod, it works that way. So let's mount the gun, but before we do, check this out.
I thought you were going to roll into a Raid's Shadow Legends sponsorship right there.
Yes, no, we're not. This is actually, if you look in here, this is actually a periscope. So you can see the optic here can actually be mounted up on the back side of this and fired from a trench. But we're not going to use that because we don't actually have a trench. Yes. Unless you want to dig one?
Okay.
We can always shoot a trench.
We could shoot a trench.
I think that sounds like a very safe, smart idea.
There you go. So we're in the mount, and it's probably pretty close, but you got to, of course, line it up. And it even has bubble levels here. You can see all your legs all have numbers to the angles you're at. It's over engineering by the Germans, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So now let's get it loaded up and put a belt in, and maybe we should get it dialed in a little bit. Why don't you have at it?
All right, we'll see if we can't give it a shot to get us out. Like I'm a typical German conscript over here.
Yes.
Those are close enough. This is America. We don't do f***ing metric. Kyle, you got younger eyes than I do. Does that look right to you? The irons?
You know, I have no idea.
Well, you're honest at least.
Now try and do one shot or two. At 1,400 rounds a minute, guess what?
Yeah.
It's tough to do one shot. Just, you can feel it.
Love tapping.
Okay.
I say just give her the belt.
I say now do the belt.
Belt?
All the way.
Got a couple hits on there.
Definitely got it.
Now think about that and think if you're a squad down at that range and you got 7 guys and spread out and all of a sudden that amount of fire comes firing your way.
I want to get the hell off that beach.
I'm pretty sure accuracy by volume is really
I subscribe to that.
All right, so now let's try a barrel change. You want to do a hot barrel swap?
Sure.
Okay, so you're going to do the barrel swap, but you can't do it with normal shooting gloves, so...
what are those?
So, there you go.
For too long.
And then
I don't think he wants to be past a hot barrel.
Do it.
You guys ready?
oh, that's steel.
Rip.
So is it just me, or does anybody else feel the ground shaking? It's like a little massage. It's wonderful.
And at this point, we're going to have our camera slow down and show how little the gun moves. And it's not like we're mounting it in a vehicle or something that's super heavy. We're just putting the tripod on the ground. If you get practiced at it, you could lay it down there reasonably fast.
Well, you made me grab that, and that weighs about the same size as a small car.
You carried it. I mean, all right, well, it's our turn to shoot, and then we're going to change a hot barrel really quickly. You're going to change the barrel.
Barrel.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to load the second belt. But we're not using the lobster claws, right? I mean, we got welder's
got
gloves,
real
so
gloves.
yeah, we're.
Hold on, you guys had real gloves this entire time? And you gave us the lobster claws?
Well, I mean, it is my range, so.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
My range, my guns, my rules. Let's see.
Speaking of our guns, I'll show you guys lobster claws. Wait! Shoot it! Go, go, go!
Ow! Change! Hopefully that runs out of batteries. Hopefully that runs out of batteries. No.
Go!
I feel like jackass.
All those last ones that seemed spiteful were Kyle, by the way.
While we recover from welts, that's your present. So you both get a lobster claw to take home. You put that on your wall. You'll remember where it came from.
We shared a very important thing here together.
Yes, you did. Painful.
Well, you know what? Pain, and that's the brothership.
Pain and humiliation.
It's the brothership, the bond you form in the trenches. So
That's right. That's right. But you do understand that these guys were getting shot at with other guns, right? So maybe we shouldn't bellyache too much, right? It was just a grease gun that's airsoft.
Right, not an actual grease gun.
Not an actual grease gun. So, but you now see why I think you think that the saw was the best belt fed we have.
Has your opinion changed?
Yes, my opinion has changed.
We figured it might.
We figured it might. Yes, that's why this is the Mac Daddy of our collection, at least right now.
Yeah, this is a cool gun.
So thanks for Travis the Viking for enduring the pain with me, and you guys for coming out the range. Make sure you like and subscribe and make comments, and if you want to get involved in the big fight to save our gun rights, go to gunrights.org. We'd love to have you a part of it. That's why these guys are here today, and that's why we do all this stuff is to bring more people into the fight for the Second Amendment. So thank you.